Welcome to my channel, Most Worth Coins WC, where history lives in your hands. If you're passionate about rare coins, vintage currency, and the fascinating stories behind them, you're in the right place. Don't forget to watch the full video. Share it with your fellow collectors, like and subscribe to stay updated with more valuable content every week. So without further ado, let's get started. The United States of America, e pluribus, unum, $1.1776-1976. D. Eisenhower Bicentennial dollar is a historically significant and highly collectible coin, struck to commemorate one of the most pivotal moments in American history, the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Issued during the United States bicentennial celebrations in 1975 and 1976, this large, handsome coin not only carries monetary value but also represents a patriotic symbol of national pride, unity, and resilience. Featuring an intricate, dual-dated design of 1776 to 1976, it stands apart from regular Eisenhower dollars, both in its imagery and its historical context. It was produced at multiple U.S. mints, including the Denver Mint, which is denoted by a small D mint mark located just above the date on the obverse of the coin. The Eisenhower dollar series was first introduced in 1971 to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, who had passed away in 1969. He was a revered World War II general and the 34th President of the United States. The dollar coin itself was the first $1 coin issued by the United States Mint since the peace dollar ended in 1935. Unlike previous dollar coins that were composed of silver, most of the Eisenhower dollars, including the 177611976 DSU, were struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition for general circulation, while special collector's editions were made in 40% silver. On the obverse front of the Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, a bold and commanding left-facing portrait of President Eisenhower appears, designed by U.S. Mint chief engraver Frank Gasparro. Surrounding the bust are the inscriptions "Liberty" at the top edge, the national motto "In God We Trust" on the left beneath Eisenhower's chin, and the dual date 1776 to 1976 at the bottom. The placement of the mint mark D is found above the final digit of the date, signifying its origin at the Denver Mint facility in Colorado. The reverse back of the coin showcases a unique bicentennial commemorative design, created by artist Dennis R. Williams, who at just 22 years old, won a nationwide competition organized by the U.S. Mint to select special designs for the half-dollar, quarter, and dollar coins. His dynamic design features the iconic Liberty Bell superimposed against the backdrop of the moon, a nod to both American independence in 1776 and the nation's remarkable achievements in space exploration, including the moon landings. During the 20th century, this reverse is encircled by the inscriptions United States of America along the top edge, the Latin motto E pluribus unum above the Liberty Bell, and $1 at the bottom. 13 small stars representing the original 13 colonies are also placed near the top. The Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar specifications are as follows. It has a mass of 22.68 grams, a diameter of 38.1 millimeters, 1.5 inches, and a reeded edge. The circulation strikes, including the 1976 D issue, are composed of a copper-nickel-clad material with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Special collector's editions, proof and uncirculated, were issued in 40% silver, primarily from the San Francisco Mint. In total, approximately 82,179,564 bicentennial Eisenhower dollars were struck at the Denver Mint in 1975-76, bearing the D Mint mark. Unlike some other US coins, which were struck with separate dates for 1975 and 1976, all Eisenhower bicentennial dollars carry the dual dates, 1776 to 1976, regardless of their production year within that range. Historically, the Eisenhower dollar series, including the bicentennial issue, encountered mixed reception in general commerce. Due to its large size and weight, it was not widely favored by the public for everyday use, unlike smaller denomination coins. As a result, many Eisenhower dollars, especially bicentennial issues, were hoarded by collectors, tucked away in bank rolls, or used in casinos and vending machines. From a numismatic perspective, the 1776 to 1976 D Eisenhower dollar holds appeal for both casual hobbyists and dedicated collectors, primarily due to its distinctive commemorative design and its association with the American bicentennial. While the coin is relatively common in circulated condition, well-preserved, uncirculated examples, particularly those graded by third-party services such as PCGS or NGC at MS65 and above, can fetch premiums in the collector market. Coins displaying sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong strikes are particularly sought after. Moreover, the bicentennial dollar's symbolic significance enhances its desirability. The combination of the Liberty Bell, the moon, and Eisenhower portrait encapsulates themes of liberty, leadership, and scientific progress, making it a miniature monument to American ideals. The coin's size, heft, and classic red edge give it an impressive physical presence, making it a favored piece for those interested in tangible Americana. Interestingly, the Liberty Bell and moon design represents an artistic and historical bridge between 1776 and 1976. The Liberty Bell is one of the nation's most iconic symbols of independence and freedom, while the moon signifies the achievements of modern America, especially the Apollo program, which reached its zenith in the years leading up to the Bicentennial. The moon image on the coin was likely inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia, in honor of Eisenhower's pivotal role as a military leader and president during the nascent stages of the U.S. space program. In summary, the United States of America e pluribus unum, $1 776-1976. The Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar is more than a mere piece of currency. It is a storied artifact of American history, blending numismatic art, patriotic celebration, and national symbolism into a single substantial coin. Though no longer produced or widely circulated today, it continues to captivate collectors and history enthusiasts, representing both the courage of the Founding Fathers and the bold spirit of 20th century America. Whether admired for its bold imagery, its connection to President Eisenhower, or its role in the nation's 200th birthday, this coin remains a cherished relic of a momentous chapter in the American narrative. The United States of America, $1 1990, bearing the proud inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and featuring a bold left-facing portrait of John F. Kennedy, represents both a continuing legacy of American coinage and a poignant tribute to one of the most beloved and tragically lost U.S. presidents in modern history. Introduced in 1964, following the assassination of President Kennedy in November 1963, the Kennedy $1 series has remained a prominent fixture in the U.S. Mint's coinage lineup for decades, albeit with changes in its usage, composition, and collectability. The 1990 issue is particularly significant as it belongs to a period in which the coin, while no longer widely used in general commerce, remained a highly visible commemorative and collector's piece, still retaining its essential place in American numismatic culture. The obverse front of the 1990 Kennedy $1 features a striking left-facing profile of President Kennedy, rendered with dignified simplicity and strength. This portrait was originally sculpted by Gilroy Roberts, who served as the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time of the coin's creation. His design masterfully captures the essence of Kennedy's leadership, optimism, and youthful charisma. Surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions, "Liberty," at the top of the coin, arcing above Kennedy's head, and "In God We Trust" at the lower field of the coin. Flanking the president's neck, truncation with the date 1990 placed at the very bottom edge of the obverse. The placement of these inscriptions reflects a long tradition in US coinage of balancing national mottos and symbols with the portraiture of influential American figures. The reverse back of the Kennedy $1 remains one of the most iconic and elaborate designs in modern U.S. coinage, conceived by Frank Guest, who succeeded Gilroy Roberts as chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. It prominently features the heraldic presidential seal of the United States, with a vigilant, spread-winged bald eagle clutching an olive branch in its right talon, symbolizing peace, and a bundle of 13 arrows in its left talon, representing the original 13 colonies and the readiness to defend the nation's liberty. The eagle's chest is adorned with a shield, and its beak clutches a flowing ribbon bearing the Latin national motto "E pluribus unum," meaning out of many. Above the eagle's head is a radiating cluster of 13 stars arranged in a circle, representing unity among the original states. Encircling the entire reverse are the inscriptions "United States of America" at the top and $1 at the bottom, separated by a beaded border around the coin's edge. The physical specifications of the 1990 Kennedy $1 reflect the modern clad composition. Adopted in 1971, following the discontinuation of the 40% silver issues that had been produced from 1965 to 1970. The 1990 issue is composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving the coin a total weight of 11.34 grams, 0.4 ounces, and a diameter of 30.61 millimeters, 1.205 inches. Its edge is a traditional feature of higher denomination U.S. coins dating back to the 18th century. Originally intended as a security feature to prevent shaving of precious metals from the coin's rim. In terms of mintage and production, the 1990 Kennedy $1 was struck at two primary facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without a mint mark, and the Denver Mint, which struck coins bearing a D mint mark located just above the date on the obverse. Additionally, a limited number of proof coins were produced at the San Francisco Mint, carrying an S mint mark, intended specifically for collectors and distributed in official U.S. Mint proof sets. In total, the Philadelphia and Denver mints struck millions of 1990 Kennedy half dollars for circulation. Although by the late 20th century, the half dollar was already experiencing a marked decline in everyday use, largely supplanted by paper currency and smaller coins in commercial transactions. Despite its dwindling circulation, the 1990 Kennedy half dollar continued to enjoy popularity among coin collectors and those with a fondness for American history and presidential memorabilia. The enduring appeal of the Kennedy half dollar stems not only from its association with the 35th president, but also from the coin's aesthetic excellence and its role as a canvas for national symbolism. Its relatively large size, attractive design, and historical importance make it a staple in coin collections, often serving as a starting point for young numismatists and casual hobbyists. From a numismatic value perspective, circulated 1990 Kennedy half dollars typically hold face value in everyday condition, but uncirculated mint state examples, especially those graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company, can command modest premiums. Proof versions, with their mirror-like fields and frosted devices, are especially prized for their superior craftsmanship and presentation. Factors influencing a coin's desirability include strike, sharpness, surface preservation, luster, and overall eye appeal. Coins displaying full details on Kennedy's hair, clean fields, free of contact marks, and a bright, original mint luster are particularly sought after by discerning collectors. Historically, the Kennedy half dollar represents more than just a piece of American currency. It serves as a poignant memorial to a presidency marked by idealism, charisma, and tragedy. When the coin was first authorized by Congress in the days following Kennedy's assassination, it was intended to honor the late president's memory and enduring impact on American society. The first Kennedy half dollars, issued in 1964 in 90% silver, were met with overwhelming public enthusiasm, with millions being hoarded by citizens eager to own a tangible piece of national remembrance. Over time, as silver was gradually removed from circulating coinage and the half dollar's everyday use diminished, the coin's status transitioned from a practical medium of exchange to a cherished collector's item and historical artifact. By 1990, the Kennedy half dollar occupied a unique position in American culture. A coin rarely seen in change drawers or cash registers, but still regularly struck and distributed by the U.S. Mint for collectors, banks, and ceremonial purposes. Its continued production reflected a combination of tradition, numismatic interest, and public sentiment, ensuring that the image of John F. Kennedy and the ideals he represented remained embedded in the national consciousness. In summary, the United States of America half dollar 1990 Kennedy half dollar is a distinguished and historically significant coin, notable for its attractive design, presidential tribute, and symbolic value. Though its role in everyday commerce had largely diminished by the late 20th century, its importance within the realm of American numismatics and cultural memory endured. For collectors and enthusiasts alike, the 1990 issue offers a window into the nation's past, an artifact of political legacy, and a shining example of U.S. mint artistry. Whether acquired for historical appreciation, collection building, or investment, it stands as a lasting testament to both the enduring appeal of coinage and the timeless memory of a president whose life and leadership left an indelible mark on the American story. The United States of America $1 coin 2009 occupies a notable position in the modern history of American coinage, representing the nation's continued efforts to reintroduce and popularize a practical, durable dollar coin for daily commerce, while simultaneously using its coinage to celebrate the country's rich heritage, leaders, and foundational values. By 2009, the United States Mint was well into its presidential $1 coin program, a series of golden-colored dollar coins authorized by the Presidential $1 Coin Act of 2005, which called for the sequential issuance of $1 coins featuring the likenesses of deceased U.S. presidents in the order of their service. Simultaneously, 2009 marked the continuation of the Native American $1 coin program, which replaced the Sacagawea dollar reverse with annually changing designs, recognizing the contributions of Native Americans to the history and development of the United States. Both these coin series, while differing in obverse front and reverse back imagery, share several important inscriptions and physical characteristics that reflect enduring national values and the technical craftsmanship of the modern U.S. Mint. Each 2009 $1 coin, regardless of its specific series, carries the inscriptions United States of America, the national motto "In God We Trust," the word liberty, and the Latin phrase, which translates as out of many, one, a symbolic reminder of the unity forged from the original 13 colonies into one nation and the continuous merging of diverse peoples and cultures into the American identity. Interestingly, by 2009, the placement of these mottos had evolved. Early presidential $1 coins 2007, 2008 featured In God We Trust and E pluribus unum incused on the edge of the coin, a feature which was both novel and controversial among the public and collectors. Responding to public sentiment and traditional expectations, the U.S. Mint restored In God We Trust to the obverse of the coin in 2009, while E pluribus unum remained engraved on the edge, along with the year of minting and mint mark, creating an unusual combination of incuse and relief. Inscriptions. The presidential $1 coins of 2009 featured the portraits of 4 presidents: William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James K. Polk, and Zachary Taylor, each depicted in a formal, dignified bust, with the inscription Liberty and the year 2009. On the obverse, the reverse side of all presidential $1 coins showcased a majestic image of the Statue of Liberty, designed by Don Everhart, symbolizing freedom and the welcoming spirit of the nation. In parallel, the 2009 Native American $1 coin introduced a reverse design commemorating the historic Three Sisters agricultural technique, an essential Native American innovation involving the cooperative planting of corn, beans, and squash, which sustained indigenous communities and later colonists. Designed by Norman E. Namath, the reverse featured a Native woman planting seeds with mature corn, bean, and squash plants in the background, alongside the inscriptions United States of America and $1. The obverse of the Native American $1 coin continued to bear Glenna Goodacre's elegant depiction of Sacagawea, the Shoshone guide and interpreter who assisted the Lewis and Clark expedition. Both series were struck in a distinctive golden hue, though composed not of actual gold, but of a clad alloy of 88.5% copper, 6% zinc, 3.5% manganese, and 2% nickel over a pure copper core, giving the coins a bright, durable finish suitable for circulation. Each coin measured 26.5 millimeters in diameter and weighed 8.1 grams, with a plain edge carrying incuse lettering for date, mint mark, and E pluribus unum. Notably, the 2009 $1 coins were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, identified by the respective P&D mint marks, and also at the San Francisco Mint for proof versions, marked with an S. Despite initial enthusiasm for the series, public use of dollar coins in circulation remained limited, with many coins relegated to collector sets, hoarded by numismatists or used in transit systems, casinos, and vending machines. The modern $1 coins symbolized the nation's ongoing struggle between tradition and innovation in its currency system, balancing efforts to reduce reliance on paper money with widespread public attachment to the iconic greenback. Beyond their practical monetary role, the 2009 $1 coins serve as mobile memorials to American history, ideals, and cultural diversity. From presidential legacies to Native American ingenuity, they encapsulate an enduring narrative of leadership, resilience, and unity, underscored by the ever-present mottos, In God We Trust and E pluribus unum, phrases which have adorned U.S. currency since the 19th century and continue to affirm the nation's spiritual and social ethos. The presence of liberty on each coin further reinforces the foundational principle upon which the United States was built: the belief in freedom of the individual, equality before the law, and the perpetual expansion of opportunity. Though seldom encountered in pocket change today, the 2009 United States $1 coins remain tangible artifacts of their era, carrying forward both the literal value of $1 and the immeasurable value of historical memory, national identity, and artistic achievement in American numismatics.